First Alert Weather with meteorologist Tyler Jankowski.
Good afternoon. It is a wet Monday, no doubt. We have rain heavy at times, and we also have a bit of a lull in the action in the form of lighter rain or just a little bit of drizzle as you head down into southern Vermont. We'll take a little bit of a radar tour here. We have rain over Lake Champlain, Plattsburgh, a light rain in Burlington, right along Interstate 89. It's a little bit heavier in Swanton, but the heaviest rain is over the Seaway Valley, right along Route 11, extending into Franklin and eventually Clinton counties. And this is moving off to the north and east, and it's going to cover the northern half of the Champlain Valley soon. So I think that's where the most rain will accumulate. In southern areas, the rain will continue, at least spotty in nature, but less total accumulation in southern spots because the rain is not as heavy. There's the back edge moving through about Rochester now. So this evening we're looking at rain tapering to just scattered showers. We've already picked up over a half an inch in some spots. Look at Rutland, 0.73. That's almost 3/4 of an inch, almost a half inch in Montpelier. So far 0.2 in Burlington, but I think we'll come closer to an inch, probably surpass that once the final round of rain moves through. It's a cloudy, murky scene right now. Temperature is at 64, so that's down just a bit from the last hour. We'll probably peak at around 67 degrees. It's 60 right now in Schuyler Falls, 61 in Wilmington, and 60 in Waitsfield. Couple 70s too, 70 in Rutland, 75 in Bennington, and there's a little bit of humidity in play too. Not nearly as bad as southern New England where it's oppressive, so we're lucky in that regard. This is Futurecast. A little bit overdone right now, but the idea is that this big batch of rain currently over the Seaway Valley moves to the east here through the afternoon, and then by the evening commute, it's still wet, still cloudy, but more in the way of showers as opposed to heavy rain everywhere, and then the showers will eventually diminish. So 67, that is still well above average, but it's not as crazy as the 80 that we had yesterday. The rain tapers off late, not a whole lot of wind in play. 70 in Rutland, 71 in Springfield, and 60s as you head to the north. Futurecast doing a tremendous job highlighting the area of heaviest rain. This red here indicates the potential for 2+ inches across the Seaway Valley into, well, just north of Plattsburgh, but that's the heaviest of the rain. Tomorrow turns out to be okay. I think there's a lot of clouds early. There could be a higher terrain shower or a little sprinkle, but I think it's a minor deal tomorrow, certainly when compared to today. And then here on Wednesday, I think Futurecast is a little bit too optimistic. I think there's going to be rain placed off to the southwest. High pressure near us. There's a battle going on Wednesday. So the question is just how far does that rain get? Right now we'll play it dry. Just know that there may be more clouds in play on Wednesday, maybe a shower late, but we'll keep it out of the icon for now. And then Thursday and Friday look like beautiful days, mid-60s. I know at this point there's a couple of rain showers in there this weekend. I wouldn't get too worried about it yet. It doesn't look like a significant rainstorm. Something to watch though, definitely mild, up near 70. The average is in the 50s this weekend. That's how it looks for now. Dave, back to you.
Thanks, Tyler.